Hi, this is Michelle, and this is going to be about a 10-minute yoga core practice for a beginner to intermediate. I'm going to give you some different levels. So our core is our stomach muscles that everybody thinks of, but it's also the muscles that go along our side and the muscles on our back. All these muscles connect, so we need to work them all when we work our core. So go ahead and step to the front of your mat, and we're going to come through a sun salutation 1. So inhale your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, step back to plank, and you can drop to your knees. Bend your elbows as you come to the ground. Lift up to cobra. Tuck your toes and come back to downward dog. Take 2 nice deep breaths. And on your next inhale, step your feet between your hands. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. And go ahead and bend your knees as you come down to sitting on the ground. And then go ahead and lay on your back. So we're going to start with the pelvic tilt. This is the basis of all of our core exercises. So a pelvic tilt is when we push this low back down into the ground. So on an exhale, flatten that low back to the ground. So you can put your hand there so you can feel it. You'll feel this engaged and release. And exhale, contract. And inhale, release. It's a really small movement. And exhale, contract. And inhale, release. But we need to do that movement when we're doing planks, when we're doing any core exercise. So go ahead, exhale and hold, but don't hold your breath. It's really easy to hold your breath when you're in a position like this, contracting your muscle the whole time. And go ahead and bring your legs up like you're sitting in a chair. So we have that pelvic tilt going. Anytime we can't keep that, that means we need to come and take a rest. So go ahead and hold that pelvic tilt as we're sitting in our chair, and we're just going to bicycle our legs. And keep your breath going. You can sync it with your movement, or you can just make sure you keep inhaling and exhaling. So the higher up your legs are, the easier it is. So if you notice that low back can't stay on the ground, lift your legs up higher. If you want more of a challenge and you can keep that low back on the ground, you can bring your legs lower. And go ahead and do a couple more. And then go ahead and bring those feet down to the ground. And just take a couple breaths, relaxing those muscles. We're going to do another exercise right here. So go ahead and do that pelvic tilt, contract it, make sure you're breathing, lift your legs up. So you might just stay here, or you can bring those legs down a little bit and back up, keeping your breath going. The further you bring your legs down, the harder the exercise is. You only want to bring them as far down as you can keep that low back on the ground. So I cannot really go very far. I have a pretty big arch in my low back. So you just go to where you can. You listen to your body and you work your body. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at something. And just keep that breath going. And go ahead and do 2 more. And then bring your legs down. And take a breath. And you can rock yourself up or you can lay on your side and get up. You choose. And go ahead and sort of sit in an easy seat. Take a breath. And then go ahead and come to hands and knees in the middle of your mat. And we're going to be pushing up to a plank from here. So come up into plank. So you have that pelvic tilt going. Your abs are contracted. You're not holding your breath. And go ahead and come down to your knees and come down to your elbows so you're in elbow plank. And you choose if you want to be up on your toes or down on your knees. Just listen to your body and keep your practice safe. On your exhale, I want you to bring your right foot out and bring it in. And then left foot out and in. So you can exhale when you bring your foot out and inhale center. Exhale, foot out. And you just listen to your own breath and keep your legs moving. Deciding if you want to be on your knees or your toes, or maybe you want to switch between it. But if it gets too hard, just hold plank or come down to your belly and take a rest. And go ahead and do one more on each side. And then lower your body to the ground. We're coming in like a lotus here. And take a breath. And our arms are at our shoulder. The elbows are bent. And take an inhale. And exhale, lift up your arms and your legs. So this would be level 1 and come down to the ground. Level 2, arms are up by your ears. And you lift up on the exhale. And down. And you choose your level and just go with your breath, lifting on the exhale and lowering on the inhale. So we're working our whole back here. When we add our arms and legs in, they are connected to our spine, so they change the workout. They make those back muscles contract. So maybe you had your arms up and now you need to bend them. You want to build your strength up a little at a time. The whole no pain, no gain is not true. We can make little progress at a time without hurting our body. We might get a little sore, but we want to keep it where it's tolerable. And go ahead and do 2 more. And down to the mat. And go ahead and come back up into elbow plank. And you can be on your knees or your toes. And we're going to come into side plank. So if you're on your elbows, it will look like this. So go ahead and go to one side and bring one arm up. And come back to center. And exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Or you can be up on your toes as you're doing this. Center. So keep going with your breath, exhaling as you get to a side. You can also decide to go up onto your hands as you do side plank. So you choose your level that your body can do and keep good form. And if it comes too much, just come down into a child's pose or onto your stomach. So here we're working all of our abs and the side of our abs as we're turning. And go ahead and do one more on each side. And then go ahead and slowly lower to the ground, coming back to our lotus. And this time we're going to swim. So go ahead with your elbows bent, lift everything up, and kick those feet. And then you choose if you want to go to the next level, swimming those arms up by your ears. And keep your breath going. If it gets too hard, take the arms out. Nice, even breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down to the mat. You can use your hands as a pillow and take a couple breaths. And go ahead, and we're going to do that swimming motion one more time. So you choose. Maybe you want to start with your arms by your ears for half of it, and then bring your arms down. So go ahead and lift up and swim. Keeping that spine nice and long. Your fingers are reaching ahead. Maybe your arms are tired and you want to take them out. So listen to your body, tune into it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down to the mat. And go ahead and push back into a child's pose with your knees together, your knees apart. A nice slow breath. And one more breath. And slowly make your way up. And that is our core practice today. So I hope that you can just build your way up into working and strengthening your core. It is a process. I have classes on vStudio Live, so I will put the link down and you can check that out if you want to join any. Thanks.